morning, Cigar Pals. Today we're going to smoke the Warped La Colmena number 44. This is was recommended to me by Gabe over at Cigar Point, and it's supposed to be a really nice stick. It's got that little pigtail on there. It's got the it's got a triple cap on it. Kind of hard to see. This is one of them impromptu things I'm doing. Just kind of, we got stuck here, and we were supposed to leave, and my hearing aids came in, so I've got to go pick them up. So we're just hanging out here, waiting to be able to go until I get those. But anyhow, got this nice little cigar here. I'm gonna sit here and review it today, and I'm gonna cut it and fire it up and tell you a little bit more about it whenever I get her going here. Oh, the smell, it's kind of it's hard to smell much, but it's kind of a cedar and like a vanilla, but I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Cold draw, definite cedar. A little bit of vanilla in there. Some kind of, a little bit of bitterness on the end there, but I'm gonna fire it up. Be back. Okay, we got her fired up here. Got a definitely strong cedar, and on the light up, took a real hard pepper hit on the retrohale. I can feel the pepper in the back of my throat too, and just a little bit of vanilla. But anyhow, I'll be back to tell you a little bit about this thing in a minute. Kind of moving around here a little bit, but I don't know if you can see that very well, but the construction, it's not bad construction. It's just kind of weird. It's not the most pretty construction I've seen. It's got some imperfections in the leaf, but nothing major, just kind of different. But yeah, it's smoking nice. Smooth draw, just a little back pressure on it. Lots of smoke coming off. Nice white ash building. Of course, this is only a small, I'll tell you in a minute what the ring gauge is, but it's pretty small ring gauge. So you're gonna, you know, I'm not expecting that ash to hang on for very long. But it's not bad. It's strong. It's only supposed to be a medium, but it's got a real hard pepper hit. So, but it's got a lot of flavor to it. Nothing real complex, but it's got some flavor to it. It's got that vanilla there. It's got that cedar, and like I said, there's a pepper hit in there. The pepper's kind of keeping me from tasting anything else right now. But anyhow, I'll be back. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this cigar. This is called La Colmena, and it's also known as the Beehive. It received a 93 rating by Cigar Aficionado. Cuban style blend, features entubado bunching, which I seen that done. And it's when they it's kind of different than the way traditional tobacco cigars are rolled. On the bunching, it's kind of like the entubado bunching. You can you twist it up. Each leaf gets twisted, and then they get wrapped together, and you can push them together, and they spring out like an accordion type style. But anyhow, I've seen that done. It's got Cuban triple cap and a historic Cuban closed foot or covered foot. I didn't show you that, but it did have that. And one of the things about that is if when you hit that foot, or when you light it, you get to taste the actual wrapper right away. So the wrapper is kind of segregated from the rest of the cigar for that first couple hits. So you kind of get a real feel for what the wrapper's putting off. This thing's rolled in El Titan de Bronze, which is the manufacturer in Little Havana in Miami. And it's rolled by Category 9 master rollers, and only a maximum of 100 of these are rolled a day. The wrapper is Ecuadorian de Florida, the binder is Ecuadorian, and the filler is Dominican and Nicaragua. So we're smoking along here. Starting to calm down a little bit. That pepper early on was kind of kicking my butt, but it's a $15 stick, so I don't know right now if there's anything about this that leads me to want to buy another one. But some people like that pepper a lot, and if you're one of those people, you'll definitely like this cigar. But the cedar and the pepper, it's got a long finish on it. So I don't know, we'll smoke it some more and be back. Okay, we're into the second third. That pepper, it was black pepper that I was tasting. That black pepper is backed off some, and the cedar kind of came to the forefront. And then I started picking up some floral notes in there, and then the black pepper has changed to red pepper. I'm not really picking it up on the retrohale, but in the back of my tongue, I'm really picking up that red pepper. So that's changing. Let me tell you a little bit about who Warped Cigars is. Kyle Gillis established Warped in 2007. He became interested in cigars a lot younger. When his father used to come home from work, I'm going to give you the abbreviated version of this. His father would come home from work. You can read about it in the story. But his father would come home from work, and he was an avid cigar smoker. So Kyle would be right at his side, and he would be smoking his cigars. And when Kyle was 6 years old, his father let him start picking out which cigars he would smoke and cutting them and actually holding the lighter for him. So anyhow, when he was 16 years old, his dad gave him his first cigar. It was a Monte Cristo No. 2 Habano. And then at 18, he started attending the University of Central Florida, and every weekend he would go over to Little Havana and start, he was trying to learn everything about how cigars are manufactured and blended. So then, when he this sparked his idea to become, to have his own cigar company, and he started searching all the various factories in the area and stuff, and finally found El Titan de Bonze, who is the only cigar manufacturer left in Little Havana, and that's where Kyle ended up making his home and creating Warped Cigars, and that's where they're all manufactured at. So Kyle blends all of the Warped line, and Warped reflects Kyle's vision of the ideal cigar profile. Oops, sorry. Now, their slogan, I can turn the page here. Warped slogan is, be exclusively different. And I think they're exclusively different. What this is a Cuban style cigar. And I don't have a lot of experience with Cuban style cigars, but the ones that I have smoked and the people I've talked to about Cuban cigar tends to be a strong cigar. And it tends to have a bold flavor to it. And this one does. It's only supposed to be a medium cigar, but it's got a bold flavor to it, and the two can be different. And so this was their flagship cigar. This is the one that put them on the map. And like I said, Cigar Aficionado gave them a 93 rating on this. Apparently there was people at Cigar Aficionado that know better how to rate this type of cigar than I do, because, for me, it's a pretty strong cigar, and I don't typically back away from a strong cigar, but it's not my forte, and it's just a little different, something different. You know, I probably wouldn't pay another $16 or $15 for this cigar, which I paid for it. But I would, I don't regret buying this one and trying it out, you know, because I always like to try different things out. So it's not a bad stick, it's just kind of different for me. Anyhow, we'll be back for the finish. Okay, we're down here a good ways. Nothing's really changing. It's taking on a real cedary taste. The pepper's kind of here and there. It's not really that bad. It's still that red pepper. The floral hints are still there slightly. Other than that, not a lot's changing, so I don't expect it to change in the next couple inches or next inch. So yeah, we're gonna call it a wrap. You know, good. It's a nice cigar. It's a strong cigar. It's not something that I would chase after, but you might like it, especially like if you like Cuban cigars and stuff, you might like this stick a lot. Anyhow, till next time, Cigar Pals. See you later. Keep smoking.